I'm going to do another brake comparison today with the Tikka T3 308, shooting factory 180 grain Remington core-lock ammunition. Yeah, there's a whole heap of brakes here to test with my new rig, so we'll see what it goes like. First up, we've got a suppressor. Here's a locally made Vias copy with axle holes as well as the radial holes in it. Here's a locally made aluminium brake, and now with a different adapter on it to go up to a 5/8 by 24 thread. This one's a cheap JP copy. This is a locally made radial. Here's a 4-port American brake. Here's an old locally made ported brake. Here's the T3B that screws straight onto a Savage using the factory crush washer. Here's an aftermarket ported American brake. Here's a T4 Terminator brake. Here's another aftermarket American ported brake. Here's another aftermarket American brake made by the same people as the last one. Here's another aftermarket American ported brake. Here's another ported brake, it's got holes in the top. As you can see, we're getting a fair old collection of brakes up in here. Here's a brake off a Remington 700P, a factory brake. Here's a popular aftermarket American ported brake. Here's a locally made brake, ported American brake with holes in the top. Here's a latest model factory Remington brake. Here's another aftermarket American brake, it's ported with holes in the top. Here's a factory Savage brake. Here is a long radial brake. Here's a popular aftermarket American ported brake, it's also got holes in the top. Here's a tiny T1 Terminator brake. Here's a T2 Terminator. Here's a T3 Terminator with 30 cal clearance. Here's a T3B. It's designed to screw straight onto a Savage 338 using the factory crush washer. So it's clearance for 338. And here it is with nothing at all. So that's where it ended up, with nothing on the rifle at all. No brake, no suppressor, no nothing. That's the ammo that we're using. Factory Remington core lock, 180 grain. You see where the case is there, the fired shell, that's where the suppressor ended up. And you can see some of the brakes here. I'll just pan through slowly so you can sort of see what they are. The T4 Terminator there, T3, T2 and the T1. And there's a T3B down there. Some of the other brakes. They all sort of cluster together. It's quite awkward. That was the whole point of this new rig, was to try and avoid that. Just so you get an idea of what they are. So there we go. Second time out with a new brake comparison rig, and it seems to be going quite well. Cheers.